can't do a quarter-mile run without really knowing what the physics behind a drag race are. Today we'll learn what factors affect the time of a drag race, and it will get you ready for your sub 10-second quarter-mile run. But first, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Eric.
I'm Vinner.
And I'm Daniel.
It's important for drag racers like yourself to warm up your tires before you begin the race. By warming up the tires, you loosen them out and increase the contact patch between the tire and the ground. This will give you more static friction. Now you may think friction will be bad for your drag race, but this practice gives you more grip right after the launch. You don't want to be a Mustang, do you? Look at all.
It's important for you to know how to launch a car properly if you want to do a quarter mile in under 10 seconds. As you can see, the owner of the Lamborghini Huracan kept his car at a high RPM, so when he let go of the brake, he could get an optimal launch. Launch control in supercars and hypercars aim at reducing wheel spin at the start of a drag race. Too much wheel spin looks a lot like this. Wheel spin is caused primarily by building up too much torque before setting off. Engine torque is produced by the spinning of the crankshaft. Force is applied by the connecting rod to the main shaft, and the torque depends on the radius of the connecting rod. If an engine is spinning at a higher RPM, then the force that is pushing down on the pistons is greater because the fuel-air mixture in the cylinders is igniting at a higher rate. This will increase the torque acting on the crankshaft.
The crankshaft then spins the gears in the transmission and causes the wheels to spin. Too much torque off the line will result in wheel spin, but too little torque will result in a slow launch. Usually, the best launch is one that begins with an RPM that produces the most torque without letting the wheels spin. This is why the cars in our test were revving before takeoff.
Now after you've learned all this, you're probably feeling confident to lay down a sub 10-second quarter-mile time. But all the topics mentioned above so far aren't everything that makes a drag race. Fluid dynamics plays a role as you go hurtling down the drag strip at over 200 miles an hour. It is important a performance car does not have the aerodynamic properties of a box.
So